Good, Robert. Go up, no destroy. Are you trading today? Yeah. Yesterday was crazy indeed. You can trade today if you want. Yesterday was crazy, yeah. CPI was 45 minutes ago. I think it's a good chance to buy cheap. I think it's never a bad time. You can always invest. And you can always buy more if it goes below your entry. You're not gonna truth is you're not gonna enter at the perfect price, right? It's going to eventually go and draw down. So you can just buy a little bit now and then buy more if it goes below. That's what you gotta do. My first buy was not that good. My first buy was like around like 110, but I kept buying lower and lower and lower, and now I'm up pretty good percentage wise. I will trade today, yes. Yeah, just use your cost average to your advantage. Your first buy is not going to be the best. There's not usually how it goes. I kind of need to focus on this combine. What's up, Cairo? I'm good. 19 degrees in Scotland. Damn, 19 degrees. Favorite stocks? I like Nvidia, Amazon, Google, Apple, AMD, Microsoft. Checking the temperature here. What was it like here? 2 degrees here. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I trade on CPI. Yeah, it's still pretty cold in Canada, unfortunately. 25 Celsius. Well, my room is 25 Celsius as well. It's good strength. I'm good, brother. Most of the time, you just check the hourly time frame and that's your buys. No, I don't usually do that. Um, hmm. What's up, Joshua? If I'm quick enough, I can try to risk more on eval. Okay. We'll cover buys shortly. On Great Lakes. Play some football. I think I'm gonna play some basketball today. CPI protocol, following CPI candle. Not following CPI candle, but using it to frame ideas. That's how I trade it, at least. 15-minute chart. Can't catch it, bro. I'll watch your stream and take notes. That's good, bro. I learn from my good, my bad. Price action itself. Nah, I don't drink coffee. I think caffeine doesn't do well in my stomach. I try to stay away from it. How much you risk on 50K eval? $500. Bro, Trump using exit liquidity? Yeah, it looks like it. You a matcha guy? I don't even know what matcha is, bro. I just be drinking chocolate milk and water. You bearish? I don't think I'm bearish. We'll cover buy shortly. Some people think bullish top. I think this is your low of week. Right, I don't think we're gonna come back there. Yeah, let me know, Gas. Let me know if you see that signal. I think this is low of week. I don't even think we take Wednesday's low. If we are going to go lower, it could be 50% of yesterday's range. But I would prefer us just move higher now. I want to see previous day's high get taken. I know ES already took it, but I want to see both. Yeah, I think I'm just bullish. We can take sell side before moving higher. That's fine. Inside the 4-hour gap, like we can take out this low and then reverse. That's fine. But I just think overall, I'm bullish. I think we make a higher high. It was bullish yesterday. We got a very strong displacement. Ideally, we see some continuation because low of week is put in. Yeah, we could retrace lower, but I'd rather sit here and wait for high probability longs. I don't really see myself taking a short. I don't know how I can find a high probability short. We don't even have to take London lows if we're bullish. I mean, we could. It's a nice objective in the equal lows. Order flow has been bearish going into the day, so there is that. But I prefer a reversal if I'm being honest. But we could go on the sense of intraday order flow, look for the sell side, and then whether or not a reverse it doesn't matter to us. So I guess that's the game plan. Yeah, yesterday was crazy. Well, yeah, we gotta start locking in, boys. Asia highs? Yeah, I do think we can, to be honest. If it's a continuation day, I think we can. But we gotta start locking in, boys. We gotta start locking in. I feel like I've been going into my old habits and reading too much chat while I'm trading, and it's influencing my trading a bit. So this week and next week, we'll make sure we stay focused, and we'll set that goal for ourselves as well. There's even a point in marking out the RTH gap. We'll just wait here till 9:30. Mark out the opening range gap. New or old habit? Old habit. I prefer taking London lows and then dump to Asia highs. Pump to Asia highs. And that's a scenario that can play out for sure if we want to take out London lows. Let me mark out London lows. Sure. Yeah, CPI high is a good objective. It's possible. I like the idea of higher prices. We just wait till 9:30. So if you have any questions, get them out now. Because once 9:30 comes, we're minimizing chat and we're locking in. All right. I'll be trading on my alpha, my 2 alpha accounts, and my 3 top step accounts. Next week, I will get some more accounts. I will be looking for longs. My daily bias is bullish, but I think we can take out sell side on London. Is possible. It's possible we take out London sell side. Are you fun? Yes, we're funded. What is this email I just got? Weird ass email. Yeah, so bias, daily bias, I'm bullish. I think we set in our weekly low, so ideally we look for continuations. I think we can respect the CE of this liquidity void. Worst case scenario, if we're wrong about bias, it'll probably come to 50% previous day's range, which is fine. But I think we can see the monthly high, at least monthly open, which I believe is right here. This is your monthly opening price. Are you? Yes, we're funded. One of the top step accounts. Not trained is eval. Down open selling and buying at the same time. This is the daily chart. No, this is my daily chart. All my take profits and stuff. Don't look at that. Mitigation daily IFG supporting bullishness. It's the word is not mitigation. That's not the word you're looking for. But yes, we can use that as a discount array to take price higher. Guys, 150 views and 5 likes. You guys are like the stream, man. 150 of you guys watching me about to. I don't know what I'm about to do. Follow my rules and take a good trade. Mitigation is when you are mitigating losses. So let's say you're in a short. Sorry, let's say you're in a long. Price is going down. Mitigation would be this move, right? This move trades into the mitigation block. The reason it does that is one of the reasons is to mitigate loss. That's what mitigation is. I don't know why people say mitigation is like touching like, oh, we mitigated this fair value. What does that even mean? Do we even know what the word mitigation means? Mitigation means to like reduce harm. Like you're reducing, like it doesn't make sense. I don't know who started this trend of using the word mitigation, but sure, to each their own. It's like my pet peeve, to be honest. Whenever someone says mitigation, I'm like, what are you saying, bro? That's not the word. 2K likes. I'm talking about YouTube stream, guys. TikTok's fire. I mean, you can like TikTok if you want as well. But I was talking about the YouTube stream. For those of you who don't know, I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. For those of you who also don't know, I have a Discord group with, like, every single one of you should be in the Discord. We literally do free giveaways all the time. You literally have no reason to just, you don't even have to, like, engage. Like, just join the giveaway. Like, at least try to win something, you know? But if you want to participate and be engaged, I mean, we have 15,520 people. Man, I remember when this shit was, like, 4 people. Like a year and a half ago, it was me and 3 of my friends who started this Discord. It was just for us. And then slowly but surely, I was like, yeah, we can grow this. I started releasing books, which, by the way, are right here. All the books that you would probably need. And if you want to join the free giveaway, when's the winner announced, by the way? 4 days. Winner's announced in 4 days. You have to follow these 2 steps. Yeah. Market open in 2 seconds. No, Discord's free. All right. You guys know the drill. Market opens, we turn off chat, we focus on trading. Open, close. I always mark it out the wrong way somehow. This is your RTH gap. Okay, 15-minute chart. I mean, yeah, we're right there to London lows. Order flow is bearish going into New York Open, so could be an immediate draw in London lows. I'm gonna annotate it like this, but it doesn't need to. The reason it doesn't need to is if I have the right bias and we make a higher high on the day, the right idea, then it doesn't need to take London lows. That's just an ideal scenario. If we take London lows, we can scan for a reversal. 9:30 opens. We put in a low. Classic model short would look like this. If I wanted to take that. 2-minute fair value gap. That, so I could short this now if I wanted to meet the criteria of a classic model. But I don't want to. I'd rather just wait a bit. Be a little safe. Be a little safer. Here are my charts on the second monitor. So yeah, I'm trading alpha and top step. London lows here is like the immediate draw. We'll just watch this, see if it takes out sell side. Or if it engineers equal lows, makes a run higher, and then reverses. Damn. Just gonna have to wait out this unorganized delivery. Like, ideally, I see the CE void be respected. But like I said, we can take London lows first. If possible. But ideally, we do see the CE void first. No, I don't host trading competitions. I just do free giveaways. Yeah, I'm looking for a buy. Well, I don't mind taking a short, but I don't see how I can find one here. So I'll probably just wait to align longs. Probably is the best thing we can do. Just wait to align longs. So 3-minute fair value gap. 30-second. I mean, if I let me check the 15-second. I mean, if I wanted to, I could click sell right now. The trade would look like this. Stop would be at 852. So like, it doesn't break any rules. So we can just tape read this, but I don't see myself taking this trade. It's just an aggressive 15-second classic model entry. 3-minute fair value gap, manipulated higher. Classic model London low, 15-second inversion. But that's just the 15-second. I wouldn't. It's not an A+. It's too choppy in this price action. Yeah, I do think it can reach London lows because it hasn't showed any willingness to go higher yet. Hasn't even taken out the minor sell side. But I mean, the best case scenario, we just find a high probability long. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, so sometimes this happens with CPI and you just have to wait. You have to wait closer to the macro or 10. You get some sideways movement in 930. It happens. It definitely happens. I need to I'm gonna try to risk 1K on this alpha eval. I really can't copy trade it with the funded. I need to be quicker on my evals. Like, I hate waiting on the evals. We are seeing some move lower there. Be quicker. So obviously these equal lows we're looking at. London lows there. We should mark out London lows on ES. Yeah, so ES already took London lows. Yeah, I was gonna say. Media rebalance. An SMT here. Really unorganized price action. So ES took London lows. We have SMT at London lows, and we have an SMT here. Obviously, Nasdaq's leading. This would be a CISD. But it's really sloppy. You just gotta have to wait it out a little bit. Looks like we will get a breaker. No first presentation yet, no fair value gaps, all wicks, all back and forth. Best to just be patient. You really have to wait. I mean, if you took any trades in here, you're probably not having a good time. No, I don't reach out when I trade. I'll just open it here and there as I see nothing happens. When I'm looking at my other monitor, I'm looking at the 15-second or the 30-second, or sometimes just preparing an entry. Oh, there's sell side. There's minor sell side. Let's see if we get London lows. That's what we wanted. We're almost there, and we don't need to. Took them out on ES, and we did take out this low. But ideally, London lows right here, 8703. So we do have potentially, let's put in a fair value gap, man. Let's just put it in. It's going to close up. It's going to close up like last second. The micro chart looks a little bit different than the mini chart. Here, let's refresh. I have to like copy trade this and then switch to the eval and well, that is a fair value gap. We'll use that as first presentation. See if we get London lows. Well, ES just tapped the 4 hour, so that's interesting actually. ES looks a little bit nicer if we were to get a CISD right here. That'd be clean. Right, looks like we get that London low, potentially. All right, there it is. Spikes through. So we were right in that sense. No trade ideas. Well, I did outline that one idea where I said you could short here. And stop would have been at 552. Would we have been stopped out? Yeah, we would have been stopped out. It's a good thing we didn't take that 15-second classic. And I want to see, did we get that displacement as we approach the new 15-minute candle open, as we approach the 1050 macro, sorry, 950 macro. That's what I'm looking for, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, you're on the micro. That's the only difference. I saw that as well. That's why you gotta use Dilly Jonka. Micro and mini out of sync. Yeah, slightly out of sync. In a recent video, he said that's not a first position because of the VVR to what's left. Send me that video. I don't remember him ever saying that. Could include the volume imbalance, but there's such a large wick there that it's iffy. See how the wick goes past 50%? You don't really use it. Either way, it's a fair value gap we can look at. Yeah, I can form silver bullet today. So inversion here would be a little aggressive because there's no CISD yet. Could I blue it as a classic? It's a little bit late for the classic. CISD is what kind of protects us here. Say we got a long at a fill right there. 110 points, bro. What is that? We could put the stop here. It's still insane. Still really insane, man. Still really insane. We have 1 micro on the funded there, and then potentially more on the alpha 100Ks. We did get the inversion. No CISD yet. Thinking about something like this. Like I'm thinking about something like that. I'm trying to see if we can maybe frame a long entry here. We got the inversion, but I do want to see the closure above here. This would also form the breaker. That would probably be our best entry. We'll see if we can get something like that. The stop loss is pretty large, but London high is resting at like -2, 2.5. Just get filled around the CISD here. Never got it. I'm thinking about something like this, to be honest. And like best case scenario, previous stays high, but that's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Can't predict all that, but you have low hanging fruit objectives, midnight open, 50% opening range, gap. Forming the 3-minute. We are inside the macro. Closed above New York open. Is there a 30-second CISD? There is a 30-second. I'll just wait. Let's watch how we trade into this inversion. So this would be 30-second. Looking to get the longer. Let's get in on this candle. I'm kind of late there with the fill, but it's fine. Oh, we top ticked. Put the stop at the inversion low. Give it a chance. Stop order. All right. What did we hit for us to reject that hard? We didn't even take out any high or anything. Let's see how this plays. So I'm looking at this imbalance. As soon as we got the CIC, that was a really nice candle, and then we got a really bad candle right after. But this candle at 950 was really nice, right? We touched the imbalance, we got the CISD, large wick. Next candle immediately 100 points lower. And it's a good entry. I wouldn't be opposed to it. It got a little bit slipped on the CISD, but that's fine. We didn't get a single closure below London lows. Yeah, this looks like a losing trade, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, it looks like a losing trade. Trading into the low of this fair value gap now. Not invalidated yet, but about to be, looks like. Trading fully through. That imbalance gives a little more room. I mean, it was inside the macro. We got the CISD, took London lows. Pretty good displacement in that. It was a good trade. It was a good trade, so I'm not upset. I don't see us formally swing low. Trade into this volume bounce and then propel higher. Get a lower low there. We're out of that trade. We can always look for a re-entry. It's not the worst. We still are inside the macro. I guess we are pretty choppy in this, but I mean, it was a good entry in my opinion. Really solid move. 3 minute looks really good. Pretty good displacement. And we really got a sharp move off of no real level. Like we didn't even take out the quick high there. So let's see. I'm not opposed to looking for another idea. Just keep an open mind. Put anything on the 5. And a lot of wicks on the 15. Like we got the breaker from the 4 hour. So it was looking pretty good. Like this is your 4 hour gap. We got the breaker from it. That was a good entry. Let's see if we inverse this fair value gap or if we never do. Because usually I don't. Like we never inversed this yet, so I'm just a little bit watching that. And we inversed there. So if I hadn't closed, that would close right there on this inverse. So we just probably get a lower low. That's okay. It could be wrong in our draw. Maybe we don't move higher today. That was a pretty good setup. Pretty good setup. Inside the macro. Yeah, I mean, that was like, I wouldn't say A plus because a little bit sloppy in the displacement here, but it was a pretty good setup. Maybe 10 a.m. delivers a move. We'll just wait till 10 a.m. Oh, yeah, we inversed. And that was good. That was good. Don't worry. Was that 4 minis? No, that was 4 micros. I don't trade minis. I'm not worried, brother. What's the drawing tool you used to draw the market balance? I use this line. It's shorts. I'm personally still bullish, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll just have to see. You trade London? Nah. Buy now? No. It would make no sense to buy now, but we inversed every single PD array on the way down. It was a good long. Either we had the wrong draw, the wrong timing, either or. I would still take that trade, so it's fine. Minis and micros. Minis are 10 times the risk. I'm still in logs. My stop was previous low. The swing low there. Yeah, that's not, I mean, I'm being honest, it's probably going to take that low, but just because if we're going to come all the way down here, there's nothing else besides this low. You just got, yeah, it's fine, bro. We have an SMT there right now. We'll see if that forms. That wasn't bad. It could just be wrong bias. We'll just wait and see. 1 more minute till 10 a.m. open. 1 more minute till 10 a.m. open. How do I switch minis and micros? Minis is NQ, micros is MNQ. Minis NQ, micros MNQ. Still have the SMT. 10 a.m. opens shortly. I don't want to mark out the quadrants of this 4 hour, but yeah, I'm not going to. I don't know if we can read. Yeah. And like I said, if we are wrong, previous day equilibrium, that's 600 points away. That's pretty insane. 10 a.m. trades into the 1 minute city. This would be your CISD. We do have an SMT here right now, but it doesn't look like it's going to hold. Looks pretty bearish still. The only thing is, like, I don't know, but if we're gonna come all the way here, I mean, we have PM session low. Sure. Sherman. 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 We can go there, I guess. I don't know if we're gonna go there though. I don't think we get the reversal. In which case, we're just bearish and not bullish at all. That's the idea there. This looks pretty bearish. Oh. Why does Pop Step say the market is open? Because the market's open. What's wrong with Project X? What's wrong with Project X? I don't see anything wrong. What's everyone saying here? Market move to pre. Oh, it always does that in news. Reassessing am I still bullish? Yeah, I don't know. Stuff. Personally, I don't really see anything lower, but no, I'm gonna keep trading. I only lost 1 hour. We're in a 5 minute on Fang. I don't know what that is, bro. But okay. Bearish equilibrium. I'm looking at previous day equilibrium, which is like 500 points away. 530 points. Bro, if you're using an order block like this and expecting it to hold, I don't know, man. It's pretty far away, Ryan. We're at 3.3% right now, so CME limit would be around 18,359 is my guess. Be around there. See if we get displacement above these lows. Yep, I invest in stocks. Seconds chart? No, I have never thought about that. I mean, I use it sometimes, but rarely. If you're gonna go lower, I don't have any clear objective lower besides PM session low. Really can't see myself forming a high probability short. We're lacking speed though. Also kicked you out? I'm 4.5% on my in drawdown on my funded. What account do you have that's 4.5% allowed, bro? Isn't it 4% drawdown on like almost every account? How much you got left? What's up, PDI? Is it almost 5% now? What do you think is gonna happen in the S&P? Up. Well, do I think it's gonna go up? No, I don't know yet. I'm waiting for it to show me that it's going to. I'm kind of just waiting to align longs. You're close to maximum loss on a 50K combine. That's okay, bro. You gotta blow them to get payouts on them, you know? You know? You trade CFDs? How much percent you got though? What in the mid condition? You can trust take profit, yeah. Gold, I think that should say enough. I'm still waiting to see if we get the CISD. Will I take it if we get the CISD? Yeah, if we invert the 5 and get the CISD, I'm not opposed. Yeah, I didn't expect this either. Are you profitable? I don't know. I got a payout last month. I got a couple of payouts, handful. We've only had winning months so far. Rejecting off London lows. Yeah, I don't want to see that. I want to see closure above London lows. Doesn't look bullish. Simply does not look bullish. If anything, this is a protraction model short. I wouldn't take it, but I don't have any clear draw lower. I mean, like I said, besides PM session low, Sherman. You have 5% drawdown. What are you chilling, bro? You're not even halfway through. Thanks for the strap for the video for payout. I got you, bro. Yeah, it's a really good strategy, to be honest. A lot of people got payouts using that strategy. Yo, appreciate you sending me the message, Felix. It gave a bullish vibe, then went down. Yeah, it is what it is, bro. It was looking really good. Yeah, in terms of setup, I would give this like an A. It's not bad. Should have taken that payout, like you said. You can never convince me that it's ever bad to take a payout. Like, you can always take a payout, you know? It's never a bad decision. You got one more bullet too? Damn, everyone has one bullet in the chamber, huh? A+ for SMT. How do you mark out the opens in blue? What opens? How the fuck was that a good trade? Rejected up to 4-hour CB, busy. After taking London lows, we got the CISD, we got the inversion of first presentation, closure above New York open, and consequent encroachment of the liquidity void on the daily chart. We were inside the macro. We had clear drawn liquidity in midnight open, 50% opening range gap, data highs. It was a good trade, bro. I don't know what to tell you. It was a good trade. It just wasn't bullish. So either it's gonna go higher later, or we had the wrong draw. But Talseb, you can't really take a Talseb. Yeah, but Talseb, it's tough. He was on alpha, I think. So, oh no, he actually was on Talseb, right? I don't remember. There were 2 sell trades. Yeah, if you were bearish, you could have sold it right there. The CISD. You took that trade too. So okay. Why are you sad? Why is everyone sad? Why is everyone sad? It's expecting M1 bearish FEG. Thoughts on orb? Never back tested it, but I don't like those kind of models where it's just like, oh, would you take that? I'm looking for a CISD here, but I wouldn't take the CISD because it took way too long to form. Appreciate you more than you know. Appreciate you, bro. More than you know. Bro, it's like either Trump moves the market or the market doesn't move. That's what it's been like recently. Yeah, it's not a bad trade. I mean, for me, it's not a bad trade. I didn't break any rules, so. No, I mean, it's okay to be sad. You just gotta learn to be. Everyone's gonna be sad at one point, you know? But, like, why are you sad? You know, like, what's to be sad? You lost money on what? An eval, a funded, maybe a live account. Well, you can get more funded. So you can get more evals. You know, it's not your last chance. It's not your last trade, you know? It's not like, there's literally no reason to be sad. So we have waited for a CISD, right? There was a CISD formed at 950. It took a while to get there, but Your live account, man? Dang, that's okay, bro. If you're trading live, then you really shouldn't be upset. If honestly, because if you're gonna be upset by losing on a live, then you probably shouldn't trade live. You know? I trade on pundits. I mean, I have a live account, but I don't really trade on it. I trade live stocks. Yeah. I mean, the displacement wasn't bad. We moved a decent amount from London lows, but it did take a while. The speed in which it formed was pretty slow. What's HFT system? I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's looking like pre-market right now, but it's fine. We just wait. A lot of the time with CPI, like the move does get distorted till like 10:30 or lunch. So I don't mind waiting till like 10:30, 10:50 macro. High frequency trading? Oh, nah. Nah. I would lose my mind. I'm kind of more of just a, I get one shot, try to get it. 2 shots. We know about that. On a day like this, yes. If there was better displacement, I was with you. Yeah, that's fine, bro. Watch Randy Howell. That's build low resistance liquidity run? What does that even mean? CFTC is changing the state of delivery. If you want to learn about it, I have a TikTok video and a YouTube video on it. One more liquidity sweep I will buy. Now, I mean, me personally, now I don't know. I mean, we are still in the 4-hour gap, but I mean, I feel like if it was going to go higher, it would have done so. But we'll wait. I'll wait till 10:30, 10:50. We'll see. Damage Power 3 is my model. Your trade you can go, but if you read the other way around, just top the DLP. You watch all core content? I watched core content 3 times. What's the ideal time for a classic model? Before the macro. Took the same trade, got stopped, not enough displacement. I thought the FEG would hold. Yeah, same, pretty much. It was looking good. This candle right here made it look really good. 12 months? Yes, 12 months. If that candle at 9:49, right going into the macro, I don't want to say it got me excited, but it definitely made me feel like that was a good trade. Have you seen Delta trade? Nope, I haven't seen him. Sorry, brother. I don't really watch much people, to be honest. Why 100K better than 50K account other than the 1K drawdown and more contracts? The main reason I like it more is very simple. I can make 1K in 3 trades and request a 1K payout. That leaves me with 3,000 drawdown, which I know for almost certain I won't blow that account. No, but I am going to go watch the Minecraft movie. You just get more drawdown. So the chances of you getting multiple payouts will be a little bit easier. Multiple payouts under the buffer. That's why I like it. Apex or top. I mean, Alpha is number 1, then Top Step. Then I guess Apex for the scalability. Maybe my funded futures. Day trading doesn't work. I've been doing pretty good, I think. Does Minecraft movie improve trading? Yes, if you watch the Minecraft movie, you will have a winning week next week. You blew your alpha? It's all good, bro. It's all good. Yeah, I feel bad for the people who started trading this month. Or like last month. Long-term day trading is very bad. I mean, I disagree, but to each their own. I blew my alpha too, for real, bro. Yes, dog. Damn, everyone blew their alphas, huh? Had to trade in my eval. My laptop broke. That I lost my eval, but got saved by 2 points. Still minus 500 though. Got to bounce back. Literally so down on my Express. Passed my first eval in 1 month. So down on my Express. 8+ setup, but failed tragic. Yeah, it was a good trade. For me, I wouldn't say 8+. There's a couple things that really make the difference in 8+. For example, whether or not there was a double purge. We never took out buy side before moving lower. That's a big one for me. 2, we didn't have the speed. Like, it took a while to get that CISD. It took 6 minutes. Like, you know, it took 4 minutes to get down there, 6 minutes to get back up. Not the best in terms of speed, but in terms of the inversions, the breaker, the CISD, they're respecting the opening, the lower portion of the gap. This wick not only respected the inversion, but respected the bullish fair value gap in OTE or discount. Big closures above key levels that you would expect to hold price if we were bullish. So I would give it like an A. I mean, it's pretty close to A+. The only reason it's not is just the delivery of the pre-market, like 9:30 open, you know. But I like it. It's really good. Good trade. I would take it again. It took me 2 years to understand day trading. It's not bad. Break even. No, that was a loss. Trading is the best job ever. Yeah, I love this personally. Passed my first eval in a month. Literally so down on my Express. 4th month trading. That's okay, bro. Let me ask you something, Jerm. Did you pass the eval properly or no? Long now? No, you gotta wait. 10:30, 10:50. You'll see a better move around 10:30 going into lunch. Maybe 10:50 macro. There's nothing here. For me personally, at least. But if your model's there, you can go long. How much money have you blown before making consistent payouts? How much money has I have no idea, bro. I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't really kept track. I've been pretty good. I've never really like full ported accounts, so I haven't lost much in terms of accounts. It's not too bad. The good thing about trading is like you can lose for like months, year. It only really takes one payout. You'll make it all back and more, you know? Like you cop a nice discount on some like 100Ks or something, or you just get one payout, copy on 3. And chilling, you know? It only takes one. How do you feel about longs? I'm not opposed to it still. We're accumulating under London lows inside the 4-hour BISI. I'm not sure about Chronos funding now. Please answer. Oh, what was your question, bro? I'm thinking we have lows to take and gas beneath to fill. Don't take my word for it. No, it's possible. I mean, if we go lower, in my opinion, 18,364, previous day equilibrium would be like a final objective for me lower. But I wouldn't take shorts towards those levels. I personally just don't see the conviction. Pip Farm, no idea what that is. Chronos funding, yeah, I'm not sure about that either. Should I buy a call or put? Whichever one your heart desires, bro. At what moment in your trade journey were you the most defeated? Oh, great question, bro. Great. That is a great question. This guy in chat said, what moment in your trading journey were you most defeated? I know exactly the moment when I was like, you know, like just frick this, man. I had 100K funded and I was streaking. I was doing really good. Okay. I had like 16 winning days, good risk management, following the model. I was trading like 22 model, a little bit like altered. So similar to this PO3 stuff. I had 6K on that account that I could have requested for payout. 6K. And I didn't take out a single penny. And I blew that account. Basically lost one trade. And I wanted to make it back. Lost the next one. Next day, blew the account because I overtraded and tilted. That was so mentally draining. Like, I was like, oh, like, why didn't I just take the payout? And then the reason that was hard was not what happened to the account. The reason that was hard was because the accounts after that, all I could think about was, bro, that payout I could have gotten. And now all of a sudden, every single account I get, I'm like, all right, how much do I need for this payout? Like, let's just lock the payout. And it's like, like, wow, like, you know, why didn't you pay out? I was greedy, bro. I wanted to make more. Wanted to make more. What do you think about CPI 2.4? I don't know what that is, bro. Just greed. I was winning a lot, and I was like, yo, we can like run this up, you know. When you knew you would stop watching trading videos. To be honest, I don't stop, but I don't learn from them anymore. 6K is more than I know. I know, bro. Trust me. Trust me. I know, bro. I'd be taking like small payouts now, like $500, and I'm like, it's lit. Small payouts, I stack up multiple accounts. But back in the day, 6K was not enough. Take care, home. Study. Hope everything goes well. I did the same thing on 150K, 8.5 payout. You blew your account, yeah. Like I was just demanding like perfection forever, you know? Yeah, live market shares and backtesting is a lot better. And I still backtest. Listen, there isn't a single human being. I truly don't believe it. I'm telling you guys right now. There isn't a single human being who has backtested the last 4 years more than I. No joke. I'm not joking to you guys. Maybe over 5,000 at this point. Well, I should show you guys my email. Do you know the amount of free Forex replay trials I had when I was like growing my like ability to read price? I probably got over like 200 Forex free trials, bro. Like Forex replay because I didn't want to pay for it. I wanted to just keep doing it every day. I only had 5 days to backtest like months. And I still be backtesting, bro. Just for fun. Okay. We're getting some displacement, but it's 1023. Not JK, but I've done a lot. Well, backtesting is amazing, bro. I lost my entire savings yesterday. I didn't see Trump signal. I'm still in my longs. It's really hard to frame a high probability trade here. No, Ryan. I mean in stocks, yeah. Not in. I'm still in that long I took. No Telegram, but I do have a Discord. What's up? See if we get the inversion here. Like a couple things I would need to see, man. I need to see a closure above London lows because that will show the wick. Say the 4-hour wick. We're gonna make it really hard to find a good entry here with a good stop loss. In terms of model criteria, this would be your change in the state. So like, yeah, the model's there. It's a breaker as well in here. You take a long like this. Not the worst. You got the inversion. You were to get filled around like here. It's still 2R, but it's really bad. We'd have to decrease risk. Stop loss is pretty large. 120 point stop loss now. We kind of just have to wait for a retracement, see if we get a tap into the 3 or something. Back into the breaker, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I'd partial along the way, but to be honest, like if I'm being honest, I kind of want to leave a runner for like London highs, high of day. But yeah, I look to take partials around here. Hard to find good risk to reward, man. It's tough to find good risk to reward. There's a 2-minute fair value gap in there. Use that for an entry model. We already have the CISD. Good wait for a protraction. I feel like this is just gonna slowly just go, you know? But I can't chase it. If it's like, you know, the stop's 150 points. I can't just go buy because it's just slowly going up. CISD on the 5 minutes pretty clean. We just kind of hope for a retracement here and then a continuation idea. That's all we can do. $30-minute bearish fair value gap is forming. We're also not confirmed to go higher. We don't know. We're forming a 30-minute bearish. So I think I would demand a protraction model here. The 30-minute bearish is right above us. So we'd have to be inversing that. Is it ever short from the 30? I don't know. It's not clear. We just wait. As we trade into this 2-minute fair value gap, there's the CISD tap. I'm skeptical now. The 30 minutes there. But it is sort of a double purge. $10.50 macro could offer a nice continuation. Like I see a world where we get a reversal here, and then $10.50 does, you know, the second move, lunch expands. I see it. I see the vision. But I don't want to marry my bias so hard. Not a bad buy right now. We'll see if we get the OB. Three-minute fair value gap tapped. The OB. See if we get the propulsion block off of it. And then probably take that protraction model. Something like this. If it forms, so far not forming. It's kind of good to demand the protraction sometimes because breaker mean threshold. 3-minute unicorn. We inverse the 3-minute there. Pretty sloppy if you ask me. Thinking about something like this. What are we rejecting off of though? We're tracing to imbalance, but we did not respect any imbalance. This would be a rule break protraction model. Unless there's, I mean, yeah, it would be a rule break protraction model. I don't think it's there, boys. I don't think there's a setup there. Unless ES? Yeah, nothing. There's no protraction in here. If we zoom in, there's a nice 30-second, but 30-second looks pretty nice actually. That would make criteria. Like I said, though, the issue is there is a 30-minute bearish fair value gap right there. So it's just like, are we even destined to go higher, lower? Hard to say. I really don't want to buy into this 30-minute gap. It's a 30-minute bearish fair value gap. I think this is like you gotta short this. You know, I actually think this might be a shorting opportunity. We consolidate, form a 30-minute bearish. I don't know. Have to wait and see. Must wait and see. The fact I can print a picture for both sides means that this is a low probability setup. I see the bearish scenario. It's really clean. We don't even have a low on 1030. It would make really good sense that 1030 just opens up, trades higher, 30-minute SIBI, and flips. Like this inversion could be a good short. On the downside, or on the other side of that, should we just trade higher? We probably really pump and get really insane risk to reward on longs. Like, you know? So kind of like both sides. Like if you were to take a long, you would take it something like this. The thing about longs on a day like this is it probably goes to previous day's high eventually. You can hold. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want a long 30-minute bearish. Whoa. Wait a minute, what if I just go, if I get two prop firm accounts, go short on one, long on the other, 2R on both? Isn't that like consistently profitable? Surely I hit 2R on one of them. German. Quite don't trust this yet. Very long. If we have to take a long, it'll probably be closer to 1045, 1050 macro. By then, we'll know for sure, probably. And if we miss it, we miss it. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't know if we're going to inverse this 30 minutes. We don't have a bottom on the 1030 candle. It's kind of a red flag. Or it's a really green flag. Depending on how you want to see it, I guess. I like this more. They get above London lows. The 30-minute bearish fair value gap. Getting OTE. It's your 930 range. It looks like we're getting some bullish order flow, that's for sure. We are getting bullish order flow. We're respecting discount arrays, disrespecting premium arrays. But it's fine. Wait for 1050. What's up, brother? No, I'm not in a trade. I've never once had a trade, guys. You guys will see if I take a trade. Nothing to hide. Same model every day. For one mentor. Long to data highs. Good luck, bro. Yeah, I like the idea. I'm demanding a little bit more. Demanding a little bit more. If we get something like this, that would be demanding a little bit more. Still a little bit skeptical, if I'm being honest. What model days? I use my own model. I don't like the narrative that we consolidated below London lows. 1030 comes and we manipulate into or we don't know if it's manipulation, but we expand into a 30-minute civvy. You know, is that what is this what we were waiting for? Longs 1030. Now we have a civvy. Like I see shorts a little bit more clearer. So I have to wait. This is technically an OB. We'll see how price trades into this candle. The displacement's good. The order flow's good. But I just need to see a little more. That's all. Even if I was going to get an entry, the only entry that formed for me, so either would have been enter right here, limit order. If I'm being honest, the stop would have been here. So we'd be at 1R. I'd put like something like this. Or the second entry would have been right here. Just protraction. Fill up would be a half hour about. I just have to wait. You can always look for an ID at 1045. What's the be? 30-minute gap. Also kind of aligns with the first presentation. Premium. Does look like a smart money reversal though. We didn't leave any fair value gap behind for us to take a protraction off of. What is this? 4-minute chart looks funky. Funky. Gotta wait. We're almost 1045 or 1050 macro. Ooh. You have the one gap right here that could offer protraction. You're in long? Yeah, good luck, bro. We'd look at these deviations. Should be your first deviation. Should be your second deviation. Yeah, you can use OBs. How many trades you take every day? I lost 2 consecutive trades today. 2 is usually my max. In a small case, I do take 3, but it's usually 2. We do touch New York Open there. Now we'll kind of tell, right? If we get the displacement lower, form the breaker, yeah, I think that's a good short. Right at New York Open as well. Below the 30-minute gap if this closes. Be pretty insane risk reward to 67. I mean, I use support and resistance first, but primarily ITT. You have this high that aligns with 25% org. You have midnight open allows a 50% opening range gap. There we trade into New York Open. Wait, we're almost in the macro. It'll clear things up. Hopefully. Does this grind up slowly or just accumulation and then we get a reversal? Find out soon. Failed to close above. We only hit 0.5. Didn't even get to -1 here. I don't know. No, I think this looks like it may go lower. Closure below the 30-minute. No breaker yet. We get a lower low here. That'd be a breaker. I think I prefer the short here. No, I was not profitable using support and resistance. I will give this a try. All right, I'm going to give this short a try. 30-minute bearish fair value gap. We touched New York Open. We got the closure below. Never closed above New York Open. We did get a breaker block here. High, low, higher, high, lower, low. Pretty strong candle. I like the trade. 1030 bearish. 1030 candle doesn't have a low on it. So it's another reason where we could just go lower. It's not a bad trade. Not a bad trade. This will be my last trade of the day. Okay, so we traded into the breaker slightly. Small fair value gap here. I'd want to see this inverse. That will probably confirm lower pricing. But this candle right here does not have a low. It's bottomless. It's just open and higher. It's a form of imbalance. So that's right here. Usually you don't see those stay open. Respected the 1 minute bullish fair value gap. If we get an inversion here, I might close the trade because that would be a protraction long. I don't want to see my opposing model form against me. But we'll give it some leeway as well. We do have a 2 minute gap there, for example. Macros in 4 minutes. Kind of slow right now. Three minutes until the macro. Oh, the stop here is this level makes more sense. Covers the 30-minute high. We want to see this inversion be used as support. You could trail the stop aggressively to 732. I'm not going to move my stop physically there, but if it starts moving higher, I might close. So just know I'm not physically moving my stop, but mentally I know where my trade will be likely invalidated. Sell side, I don't know if I want to demand a lower low on the day. Doesn't need to. For now, I'm just looking at this. I expected higher pricing as well. May happen later in the day. I did flip my bias just based on the way this formed. But we don't know. We don't know if it's going to play out yet. We don't know. Everyone always just assumes because it's in P&L, it's a winning trade, and because if we're in drawdown, they think it's losing. You just gotta let it play sometimes, see what happens. I'm gonna physically trail my stop now. So there's that 1030 tick that got put in there. I'm gonna take a partial there. So if I'm not mistaken, that should pretty much make this a risk-free trade if we get stopped. We do have an SMT at those lows. I don't want to see that break immediately. Because now we're only risking 20 points. And we took a 60-point partial. 60 to 120. Yeah, we're fine. We can get below this low. We are break even on the trade because of that partial. I do kind of want to see this sell side. Looks like we are slowing down. There is lack of heaviness now. We can give it a chance. Shall give it a chance. Our stop loss covers the previous 5-minute high. 30 minutes still looks good, right? We flipped in, I mean, we're not flipped, but we are, we did put in that wick on the 30 minutes. Same on the hourly, 4 hours, both sides. So trading into the high, that 1 minute CPI. Yeah, honestly, closures below 1030 is a good sign for me. That's what I want to see. I want to see a lower low as well. Not a failure swing, a lower low. We are putting in a 5-minute gap, which our stop is in a good spot for. So if we do get a retracement, our macro is starting. So hopefully we can start spooling towards those sells, that sell side, sponsored by macro delivery. Next YouTube video is going to be on macros, by the way. We did get a lower low. We did break the SMT. We did close below 1030. Good signs. We may get a full 5-minute Orbi here. Stop would cover 50% of that as well. Thing is, I don't want to demand a lower low on the day. Do I need to demand a lower low on the day? Hard to say. We never got the closure below sell side, a minor sell side there. Yeah, there's not much I can change here. I'm gonna leave this stop and in this next partial here. I'm gonna leave it like this. There's no adjustments to be made. 5-minute CPI is forming. We never got the 5-minute OB. So notice how we wicked right at 1030. That's why I want to see that closure below, which we did close on the 1-minute basis, but for the most part, we did not see speed, displacement, or any follow through. So kind of a small red flag. But we do have the 5-minute bearish fair value gap forming in 5 seconds. We are inside of a macro. So if we do have the correct bearish draw, and if we do get expansion, then it would probably form like this right about now. If we're wrong, I'd probably expect consolidation going into lunch. It's been a pretty choppy session. So either way, we already took a partial, so we're break even in this sense, because we took a 78 point partial, and we're only risking like 17 points now. So we didn't even trade into the 5-minute there. Closures below these two candles would be a good sign. This would act as a bearish order block. Yeah, there's not much to adjust here. Just kind of wait. We did the hard part. on any adjustments to be made. I'm not going to trail the stop. Doesn't make sense. You could take a partial below this next low. If you have doubts on the trade, you could take another partial here. For me, I think I'm just going to leave it. Why did I take the trade? It's 30-minute CIVI. Projected off New York opening gap, protraction model going into 1050 macro. There's a lower low. So I'm not going to physically move my stop here, but I am prepared visually to close the trade manually if I do see something I don't want to see. For example, a higher high here, not something I want to see unless it puts in an SMT or something. So just don't focus too much on the stop loss placement because I can manually close the position at any time. I want to see this respected, but we still may get a retracement lower. I mean higher. It's possible. We get an SMT here. Doesn't look like we will. We might. Market off of that 656. That's a pretty significant difference from the first one. What firm? I took this with my Alpha Futures accounts and Top Step accounts. Depending on how this candle forms, may take a partial here. ES should just take out the full sell side, and that'll be my partial. If it's going to follow through. I want to see, do we get the SMT? Watching the speed. So far, we have pretty good speed. Watching closely. Hovering partial. There's the SMT broken. Nope, never mind, sorry. There's the SMT broken. ES still has sell side. Another partial. What? Another partial. Should probably do it on the account step. Matter most. It's close enough. I'm going to take my second partial here. We'll leave a runner. Yeah, I'm not going to greed for that little amount of points. I'm not going to greed. And unfortunately on Top Step, we cannot take partials. So. All right, we have one runner. I will leave this. And I will look for previous PM session low. But I don't demand it. Not bad. Not a bad trade. Good flip on the bias. Good timing on the delivery. I knew I was skeptical about the longs. I could see the shorts both after we got this breaker. It was just too much confirmation for me that it will likely go lower. Yeah, we hit the sell side, so we did get a lower low on the day. I don't like personally taking profits at low of low. Obviously have to take the bulk of my position off. I'm not trying to predict the low of day. So I don't want to be holding too many trades below sell side. But it is CPI day, so if we do see some large expansion, it's been pretty terrible recently, but you never know. We'd maybe see large expansion. It's worth leaving a runner. So yeah, I was bullish on the day. Had to flip bias. Looks like today was primarily used for retracement. We may see a move higher in lunch. Hard to say. Lunch or PM, I guess. Today was primarily just retracing into previous day's range, you know? I thought we'd get a continuation. That was a really nice displacement yesterday, but that was wrong. So, and it's 11 a.m. I don't even know if I want to stay here and hold this. Not my model, that's fine, bro. I think I'm just gonna move this stop here. I don't know how long I'm willing to just sit here. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna put the stop here. And say Bismillah. The level of patience I have, I would have closed. Yeah, I was tempted, to be honest. Part of me was tempted to be like, do I just want to get out here? Do I want to sustain a retracement? But if I'm being honest, I think we managed that pretty much perfectly. This button right here. What's the blue area? I don't see anything blue on my screen. This right here. I am Muslim, yes. Good trade, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I mean, follow the model, that's what matters. The thing is, this is the thing. For like 90% of the people watching here, had I lost this trade, they would have been like, oh, bad trade, oh, whatever. But it's not. It's the same trade whether I win or lose, you know? It may go lower, but I don't want to sit here. I'll take, I think it's like, what is the risk reward on a trade like this? I think it was like 2.5 R. We got in at like right here. Stop was at the breaker. At 2.17, I'll take it. Make backs our loss, so we're up an hour on the day. I'll take it. I'll take it. Will not complain. It's kind of first presentation. It is around first presentation, yes. I was more focused on this 30-minute bearish fair value gap. Now you could include this, but because of the wick's too large in range, I'm just using this. So that short was off of the 30-minute bearish. Been watching you live sometimes. Great trade. Appreciate you, bro. Well played, sir. Thank you. Forever model. Not sure what that is. This model? Is it? Are you asking anything? Is this my forever model? Yeah. I'm gonna use this forever if that's what you mean. Is that what you mean? Yeah, I closed. I'm out of the trade fully. Okay, so someone was asking for a trade recap. So originally I was bullish going into the day. I did think we were gonna see, you know what, let me remove the executions because it looks so bad on the daily chart because it shows all the executions you okay. Okay, we're gonna do a trade recap on why I took a short here. First things you need to know is I was originally bullish on the day. I did expect us to continue from that insane displacement yesterday. Looks like we had the wrong narrative going into the market, but we did flip bias. It looks like today is going to be primarily used for retracement. So I will show you guys the executions and we'll go over both trades. The one trade that we lost in the morning, we took a long off of my protraction model. Basically, we had the CISD right here, retrace, and then I'm looking for that continuation higher. I was looking for objectives like the buy side here, potentially London highs. I actually thought we could get pretty large expansion, but I was incorrect. We had a lot of consolidation here. I knew better to wait for 1030 or 1050 macro. That's kind of my next key spot. 30-minute bearish fair value gap forms. Price trades into the 30-minute bearish for value gap right here. 10:30 candle doesn't have a bottom, which we annotated on the live stream, by the way. This was taken on live. So we get the breaker. This is a protraction model in the inversion here. If you wanted to wait for a 1-minute inversion, you would have had to wait for right here. Protraction model still would have played out on the 1-minute time frame, but I did scale down that trade. In fact, this would have given you better risk reward than the trade that I took. I took the trade off of the 30-second inversion, also the 1-minute breaker that formed, which is just the confluence. So I managed to get around, now my entry was around this candle's open, so only around 2.19 risk to reward, but nonetheless, it was a really good trade. 30-minute bearish fair value gap leading up into the macro, rejected off New York open, and we have the engineered low here from morning session. Took off one partial here, trailed my stop. This puts me at break even. Rest of the position gets off at my objective. I was thinking about holding a runner, but it's 11 a.m. and I don't want to sit in front of the charts the entire day. Probably would have been stopped out break even anyway, so that's the trade. That's the trade. How do you add GatieTrades to the top of your chart? I'm about to blow your mind. Ready? AGFX watermark. GatieTrades stands power 3. Did you do the forever model today? I don't understand. Oh, Justin Wheelan got a model name like the forever model. That's cool. Yeah, that's a cool name for a model. Forever model. Is that like? I mean, I have a forever model. It's not the same as not the same as his. It was a nice long, but I never used a 30-minute timer, so I missed that FEG. Good trade. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I know. It's a weird one. A lot of people don't look at the 30-minute. I don't know why I do so much. It's because the 30-minute intervals between RTH and ETH every hour. So I personally do look at them. I think if you went to RTH and you went to the 15, nah, there really be nothing. Yeah, never mind. It may be nothing. I was gonna long it. Like, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. It was literally at this point right here. I needed to wait. I was considering going long. I was, because we had the reversal model formed. But then you kind of just have to understand, like, well, wait. Look, we waited this entire time to then just go long. That doesn't really make sense. It makes more sense that we accumulate below London lows in preparation for 1030, 1050 macro, and we have a perfect imbalance to reach higher for, in which we can reach premium and then move lower more. You know, in my opinion, as soon as this long failed, longs just became really low probability. I'm not trying to like boost my model, but like, this is a really good long. Like, you know, if this long is gonna fail, the chances of a long from here playing out is pretty slim, if I'm being honest, right? You just have to consider that. But now we are in lunch, so we'll see what happens. I'm still bullish on the higher time frame. I personally think we put in a low. I think we can get these highs maybe tomorrow, but for now, I'll walk away. But I just realized I didn't trade that on my eval, did I? I didn't take that on the eval, did I? Nope, of course not. Okay. In your model, do you need an IFG only for protractions? I'm curious to see if someone was to take a long like this. It's low-key worth too it's too much money. What? 1,500, 750. It's good. Yeah, I'm actually considering this. This is low-key worth the $200 risk. If you try to catch low of day and it only moves up the entire time. No point. What's protraction? Protraction is my Model 3. I need $100 extra to pass 5 more funded. What should I do? What should I scalp right now? Bro, I'm gonna tell you a secret scalping strategy, bro. Like, I actually mastered this. Wait for a candle to flip, you know? So like this candle. If this shit flips green, bro, you need $50 for my stop at the low, aim for like 20 points, you know? I see how that candle flipped. It's pretty rare you see like a candle flip and then it just flips back the next candle. You get what I'm saying? Like, if this candle closes, like, this one doesn't have enough wick, so I wouldn't use this one. I'd wait. I'm using Fusion Markets, but a CFD. Cool. Is it going down? No higher time frame. In my opinion, it's hard to say. I'm still bullish higher time frame, but you blew your account today. That's okay, bro. Wait, SMC short. That's you're from my Discord, and I shouted you out, right? Hey, what's up, bro? It's all good, man. It happens. Account's going to be blown before payouts. The good thing is you can probably blow like 10, 15 accounts before one payout makes it all back. So, in the grand scheme of things, it's not too bad. Today was tough, man. Today was tough. Today was very tough. Yeah, if I had to guess what trades you took, did you take 2 trades or 3? Or did you overtrade and just like lose everything? I'm gonna try to predict because I feel like I've made the same mistakes. I like predicting people's losses. It's funny how you can predict. I'm actually pretty good at it. Took the same first LSU and then went on tilt. I got you. And that first trade was good, man. I'm not gonna lie. First trade was good. I was a little bit struck with it, but you just have to remind yourself that it's a good trade. Dang, I overtraded, lost $150 live. Sorry to hear that, bro. Lost 300 and then got 150 back, so down 150. You're just reducing your profits and are taking that much partials. I took 1 partial, bro. Took 1 partial just so I can break even the trade. Got what are your thoughts on scaling in position instead of scaling out? You better know exactly how to scale in because you don't want to be increasing your risk and stuff. You think live is good? Yeah, live is great, but you better really be confident in yourself. You can't let losses, As I'm very against taking partials on trades due to them often killing risk reward. They do often kill risk reward, but the win rate is just so much higher. So I prefer that personally. I prefer that. Obviously, we do lose some risk to reward, but if you do it really well, sometimes you get higher risk to reward. If you get a really nice runner, that's 1. 2, the risk management is just really, really good. For example, if we shorted here, a partial right here where we took, we can keep our stop. Now we didn't get hit break even, but a lot of the time if you go break even, you just get stopped out for no reason. I like keeping my stop where it is, taking a partial, which protects me if the trade is a loser. If the trade's a loser, then it doesn't matter. Discount to speak on my trading automation? Sure, bro. Sure, man. Like for me, I'm not taking partials to guarantee money. That's not... 9 out of 10 times, I mean, sometimes, but a lot of the time, my first partial on the trade, every time, puts my stop at break even. I can leave my stop and my first partial covers my risk. That's what I'm trying to do. That way I can literally sit risk-free trade with a good stop loss repeatedly over and over again. I feel like that's pretty underrated. It's really easy. Someone in the chat was like, yo, how did you hold on to that trade? Like, I would have let go. You want to know how? Because I took a partial here. So I knew it, even if it were to come stop me out, 1, the trade was wrong anyways, and 2, I'm break even. So I can happily just sit there and be like, well, I'm break even. I did the hard part now. Now I just have to trust in the level that, I've studied. What do you think if valid S&P to take long or not? I wouldn't touch longs today, bro. Not in this session. I just don't get that doing when if trade goes against you, you still lose a double risk of return. I don't get doing that. When the trade goes against you, you still lose double the risk if you're in. Yeah, but that's why you need a really good partial system. I wouldn't do it, you need a really good partial system. Obviously, sometimes it doesn't make sense. But you also just have to ask yourself, it really just comes down to the numbers. Would you rather sacrifice 2R and then you get 1 to 1.5R on average, let's say, but your win rate's 80, right? Because you're rarely losing unless you immediately lose the trade. Or would you rather 2R, but you break even so often, or your win rate's less? It kind of just depends on the numbers. It's hard for every person to tell a lot of my trades do have a lot of length in them, like a lot of delivery. So the partials kind of do make sense. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. 2 bad trades on eval, minus 1,000. It happens, bro. Did you take 2 longs today? A lot of people would take longs here. I can understand why. I was considering it. The old me would have just clicked longs. My old me wouldn't have even considered the other side. I would have been like, I'm still bullish, I'm still bullish. Stick to my bias until I lose. So if you took 2 longs today, just know it's fine. Minus 400 on my first ever eval. Nice, bro. If you can stop trading today, that would be amazing. That's actually a really good, you know, most people don't do too good on their first eval. They lose it after a loss. So that's good, man. Proud of you. Launcher PM longs. Yeah, PM might. We got a retracement here before lunch, so it makes sense that lunch removes lower. It's really hard to say. Previous PM session low is here. Why is it going down? I think we're just retracing into previous day's range. Is that what you did wrong? That's okay, bro. Nice. If I took the long, but actually my max CP from. That's good, Eli, I think. Okay, we just got a daily immediate rebalance on the daily. Cool. The account I just blew was my first eval. Took me 3 months and 300 away from passing. That's amazing, actually. Wait, so you were on the same account for 3 months? That's really good, bro. Is that what you're saying? Thank you, AMA. It's just the model. You just have to have the right draw. Damn, that's really good, bro. Your first eval, you survived 3 months, or like at least your first. I don't know if it was your exactly first one, and that's really good. I went in with on Top Step, guys. I only did 1 micro, couldn't cover good enough risk. It was 73 points, so I had to go in with 1 micro. But on my alpha accounts, I did. Sorry, let me open it up. 4 micros, whatever you see here. I believe it was 4. So obviously on Top Step, I didn't take any partials. So micros, I don't trade minis. Yo, yeah, no, you should be really proud, bro. SMC short, brother. 3 months on your first eval. That is really good, bro. That is really good. I haven't personally met anyone who's been able to do that, let alone like on a funded. Really good risk management, bro. Did you journal? Did you get all those trades journaled or no? Ideally, yes, but if it's with Top Step, you can always go back and get what you can, get the info you can. Man, if you survive, that's, bro, you should be really proud, bro. Like I'm not even trying to just gas you up, bro. I'm not even trying to gas you up. But I've heard many trader stories, many setbacks, just so many, experiences. 3 months on an eval is amazing, bro. In my opinion, that's really, really good. Funded eval, them doesn't matter what account. Surviving on 1 account for 3 months is really good. Is really good. I'd be proud. It's hard to be proud because you blew it. And it's always like, oh, if you lose, you tie it to poor performance, but it's not true. It's 2022. Yeah, you should watch 2022. Even if you don't want to trade the 2022 model, you should still watch 2022. I was close to max loss limit today, decided to just risk what I left, and now I'm back to start. I'm happy. Why? Why are you happy, though? What's to be happy about? Can't tie losing to sadness and winning to happiness. You can't tie losing to trading good and winning to trading good and losing to trading bad. Like everyone, like, let's be honest. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. This first trade I took was a better setup than the second one. If I were to ask like 2 individual trades, if I had to choose which one I'm taking the first one. or like honestly, they're both not A plus if I'm being honest. But this one, I like this one a lot more. It's inside the macro. The only thing I don't like about this is how long the CISD took, and this little choppiness before that is like really sloppy. But like, I like the first trade more still, to be honest, than the second trade. You can't let the fact that the trade lost deem it a bad trade. You know, it wasn't a bad trade. I had the wrong bias. It's not a bad trade. I had the wrong bias. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty unfortunate that we really got a nice CISD here and an inversion, and then it just went lower. You know, but he took second trade on the retrace up. Nice, man. What's there to be happy about? Job's not finished. Job finished. I love that, man. Love that. Can you recap NQ London move? Didn't London just move sideways? I mean, London retrace into Asia's range, and then move lower. New York retrace into London's range, and then move lower. Classic sell day. We do have a manipulation above midnight opening. Is it ideal? No. Is there a reason to go lower? Yeah, there is. Previous days just passed. That was stressful. Goddamn. We take it, bro. We take it. So see, even if I held my runner, yeah, I wouldn't have been stopped out. I would have 50 more points right now, which is actually quite good. But I would have had to endure 24 minutes of price action. I might trade my eval in PM session because I've low-key forgot to copy trade that account. Going down to 363. I personally like previous days. Sorry, not previous days high. 357 is what I like. Why short? Bearish. Also, we're approaching price limit, aren't we? 1 more %. Oh, we're still chilling. Opportunity to buy more shit. Okay. No, the first long I took, no, I don't think that was a bad trade. I would take it again. Yeah, we gotta watch out for those Trump tweets, bro. Did he say it was a good time to sell today, or did he say some other shit? I already did a recap. If you wait like 15 minutes, I will post a recap. I will recap the loss I took as well, of course. You follow me on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, I'll post the recap there. Probably not YouTube, that would be TikTok or Instagram for the recap. I'll quickly post this in the journal section. I had 2 very good bear setups. We never fully retraced and all my targets got hit. That will happen, you know. If you're okay with that, then that's okay. You just keep going, and sometimes it'll retrace, sometimes it won't. Or you can look into developing another entry model. If every single box checks it up, except actually retracing and getting you a good fill, might want to consider just taking something else, you know? You know, oh, shot one. Or $5 away from an account. I remember there was one time, bro, I was 10 cents away, bro. 10 cents. That was fun. Yeah, I found out things. Yeah, that's fine. If you're fine with that, then just fine. You just keep waiting for that. Well, boys, we're probably going to call it there. Appreciate everyone coming through. I will be live tomorrow for PPI. Hopefully, it's somewhat better than this. Do you guys think I overtraded today? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. This is the daily chart, as always. So, I mean, good day. Tough day. Very easy to lose. Not down on the day. That's what matters most, in my opinion, on a day like this. Walked away with some profits, up 1 hour in the accounts. Can I complain? No, I definitely cannot complain. Could I have done better? Not really, to be honest. I think we performed really well today. Performed pretty well today. See you, Dakota. Take care, Lori. Congratulations on the new 5 accounts, brother. Your DOL is 15-minute BTC high. My DOL, I don't know what that is. This is previous day's high, Tuesday, April 8th. I think we get that rebalance. ES already gave us that. There is also previous PM session high, which is right here. So pretty good reason to go down there. All right, appreciate everyone coming through. I'll see you guys live tomorrow, PPI. I think we're break even on the week. See if we can end green on the week. Not that it matters, but it would be nice to have another green week. Just saying. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Price limit is approaching, so be very cautious. Yes, if you're looking for shorts, be very cautious. We're at 4.2% or something. So just be cautious. Take care. I'll see you guys live tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll post a recap within 1 hour.